Whatever you do, don't close this page. Give me just a couple of minutes and I'll tell you about something that could completely transform your financial situation. Whatever you do, don't close this page. Give me just a couple of minutes and I'll tell you about something that could completely transform your financial situation. You may not realize it yet, but today could be one of the most important days of your future.
Now that's true. It could be. It could be the most important day of your future, because you could just be about to lose everything you own to a boiler room scammer. Now, what is a boiler room scammer? Well, a boiler room scammer is somebody who tells you you're going to get rich and then phones you up and says, hello, I'm your financial advisor. I'm going to help you get rich. And you need to start off by paying £250 deposit into this account. So you pay £250 into that account and they give you a little web interface thing with lines going up and down, with all kinds of Forex and everything else on it, foreign exchange stuff, and contracts for differences, which are very complicated trading tools, illegal in a lot of countries. And they start telling you, right, you need to put more money in, otherwise you're not going to make enough money. You know, you've made £2,000, but if you put in 20 grand, you'll make 400 grand. And because you saw the video telling you to make 400 grand, you put another 20 grand in, and they say, you've made 100 grand, but to really make some money, you're going to have to put in 200 grand. So you put in 200 grand, and the little line on your interface keeps going up and up and up, and you think, wow, I'm going to make millions. And it gets to £2 million or something like that. And you say, wow, this is great. How do I withdraw? And they're like, what? And you're like, well, how do I withdraw? And they go, well, hang on a minute. You need to give us your passport before you do that. So you give them your passport, and they go, oh, well, we need your driving license too. And then while that's happening, suddenly the robot thing that's trading for you makes a mistake and you lose 200 grand. And you're like, well, what happened there? And they're like, don't worry, it's just one error. It makes the occasional error. It's not a big problem. And they're like, okay, so when can I withdraw? And say, okay, so we just need your home address and proof of your address and a copy of a domestic bill from your house. And then it makes another error. You lose another 200 grand. And then another error. And then suddenly you're only down to 100 grand, which is only half what you put in. And you're like, what the hell's going on? You're like, oh yeah, it's had a bad run. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes it just, things go wrong, you know. And they're like, you know, hurry up and get us that bill with your number on. And you're like, oh, there you go, there it is. And they're like, okay, it only takes 3 or 4 days to withdraw. And in the next 3 or 4 days, it makes 2 more mistakes and you've got nothing. So you try and phone them up and the phone number doesn't work anymore. And you go to the website and the website's gone. And you realise you've been taken for a ride. And that is a boiler room scam. Something posing as a get-rich-quick scheme, which there's no such thing as, when in reality, it's a way to defraud you of everything you own. And lots of stuff you don't own. They'll get you to take out a mortgage or sell your house or whatever they need to do to get that money out of you. They will destroy you. And that's what's happening here. Martin Lewis has been hijacked.
My name is Martin Lewis. If you live in the UK, there's a good chance you already know who I am. I built my career around protecting consumers and helping ordinary people make smart financial choices. And in the course of one of my latest investigations, I came across something I couldn't ignore. Let me be absolutely clear. This is not my platform. I didn't create it and I don't profit from it. But what I found was a system producing remarkable results. Not for bankers or billionaires, but for everyday people. I ran my own checks, interviewed users, verified their results, and after extensive discussions, I've secured limited access for the first 100 people to try it.
Okay, so this is important. What's called FOMO, fear of missing out. Make people make a decision that they haven't had time to think about and that they will regret later. That is what a FOMO is, and scammers use it all the time. So do advertisers, actually.
So if you're reading this, it's not by accident. You've been given access to something the vast majority will never see, a genuine opportunity to change your financial life. When I say change your life, I don't mean an extra £200 a month. I'm talking about real money, enough to leave your job, support your family, travel when you like, and actually enjoy your life without constantly worrying about bills or inflation. It's like taking early retirement, only with more money and without the decades of waiting. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true, I hear you. I've made a career out of calling out scams and financial nonsense. If I had even the slightest doubt about this system, I would tell you publicly. But I've looked at this from every angle, and the results are difficult to ignore.
You hear how ridiculous what they're offering is. Free retirement, but with more money. It's just absolute nonsense.
I'm not selling anything. I don't want your money. I'm only sharing this because it works and people deserve to know. Let me break it down. This platform allows you to earn up to £1,000 per day in profit. That's £7,000 a week, £30,000 a month. And yes, I know how that sounds, but I've seen the real figures. I've spoken to real users, and they all say the same thing. I wish I'd known about this sooner. If you're expecting millions overnight without lifting a finger, this isn't for you. But if you want something real, practical, and proven, you're exactly where you need to be. This opportunity is strictly one time. I don't know how long access will remain open. If you close this page now, you might not see it again.
Well, thank God for that, frankly. You can hear how they build it up. They say, if you're looking for millions doing nothing overnight, well, that's exactly what he's promising. He's just making it sound like he isn't. If you're not risking anything, if you've got no knowledge, if you've got no skill, and if you're not putting any kind of investment in, no one's going to pay you. No one. Why would this guy risk his reputation on a product that says it's going to pay people when they are risking nothing? The whole thing's complete nonsense. No celebrity risks their reputation on advising on finances unless they are seriously desperate and have given up and are just going to try and scam you. This is an avatar AI of Martin Lewis being used by boiler room scammers who are formed from Russian gangs who just want to defraud you. Don't believe a word of it.